Breast milk science. It's a thing. And it's our thing. We're ByHeart. We're an infant formula company on a mission to get a lot closer to the most super food on the planet, breast milk. Our patented protein blend has more of the important and most abundant proteins found in breast milk. We're the first and only U.S.-made formula to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, not skim. We make our formula in our own factories in Iowa, Oregon, and Pennsylvania, using a small batch manufacturing process that works to preserve the integrity of our ingredients. We ran the largest clinical trial by a new infant formula company in 25 years and clinically proved benefits like easier digestion, less gas, and softer poops versus a leading infant formula. We were the first infant formula company to earn the Clean Label Project Purity Award. And while we've put a lot into ByHeart, there's a long list of things you won't see on our ingredient list, like no corn syrup, no maltodextrin, no GMO ingredients, no soy, no palm oil. ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
You're finally at that hot new spot, the one your friends keep raving about, sitting across from your date. It's going...
Another round?
Really well. And that dish you've been dying to try, oh, it's headed your way. You can smell it, hear it sizzling fresh off that skillet as it comes closer, and served. Go ahead, enjoy. After your phone sneaks a bite first. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world-famous Hollywood Improv Lab. Make some noise for me. Come on, guys, make a little more noise. Get loud for us. Please help me welcome to the stage. She is the creator and the host of Story Smash, Miss Christine Blackburn.
Hey, welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. My name is Christine Blackburn, and I'm so excited you guys are here tonight. Happy holidays. We're going to get started right away and reveal the Wheel of Stories. It's very exciting. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel and one additional space that says free. If the contestant lands on free, then they could choose any topic on the wheel. There's also 3 spaces that say audience. And if the contestant lands on audience, and they always do, then you guys will have the opportunity to shout out your favorite storytelling topic, and that will be the contestant's topic. Speaking of the guest judges tonight, we're so excited to have our expert judges with us, and we're going to bring them on right now, you guys. All right, the first judge coming to the stage is a comic and a writer who wrote on shows like Mad TV and The Martin Short Show. Plus, he spent 5 years writing for At Midnight. Plus, here's a fun fact. This guy coming to the stage is a live announcer at the Los Angeles Derby Dolls, one of the most famous roller derby leagues in the country. Please put your hands together for Blaine Capatch. All right. You can keep it up if you want, Rocky. There you go. All right, you guys, next judge coming to the stage is a comedian and a writer and an actress, and you've seen her on Modern Family, Pretty Little Liars, Mad Men, Curb Your Enthusiasm, NCIS Los Angeles, Everybody Loves Raymond, and on Showtime's I'm Dying Up Here. She's had 2 solo shows called Scaredy Pants, and the second one was Does This Show Make Me Look Fat? Please welcome the incredible Kathy Ladman. Yeah! All right, you guys, the last judge coming to the stage right now is a comedy writer, an author, and an artist who's best known for writing and producing on Seinfeld for 9 years. Some of the episodes he wrote for or co-wrote include the Yada Yada episode, The Sponge, The Showerhead, The Smelly Car, The Hamptons, and so many more. His latest book is getting rave reviews, and I don't have it right now, but boy, I wish I did. It's called #MeAsWell. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Peter Melman! Yeah! And tonight we're playing with chairs! Yeah! You guys thought you were standing for a minute there. But no, you are in fact here.
I felt like they had called boarding Group 4, and I was in Group 5.
Yeah, exactly. And Rocky, is there any more light on the left side of the stage? By any chance? A little better? A little better? We might pull this down just like a hair.
Also, hey, could I get a Bugatti in my parking spot, please? A Bugatti. Bugatti in my parking spot,
Hey,
please.
listen, you guys, I'm so excited you came out this holiday season, and I am not worried at all about these three judges, because you've all played the game before.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. And you
Yes.
see, they're very confident. And, okay, so it's going to run the same way we've played before, but just for the audience's sake, I'll run down the rules. The first round of the game is going to be a true 1-minute story. So the contestants will be called up randomly, and they'll tell a true 1-minute story for the first round. The second round, same thing happens. All 5 contestants come back to the stage for a true 2-minute story. And then the judges have the very difficult task of choosing 2 storytellers to go on to the third round for a true 3-minute story. Now, here's the thing. When the storyteller comes up to the stage, of course, we're going to give them a big round of applause, and then they're in charge of their own time. So the clock will be going. When they start their story, the clock will start, and they'll keep a close eye on it, because if they go over their time, they're going to hear something like this.
Okay, there it is. Okay, good.
And that means that they have gone over their time and the story is over. We go right to the judges. Now, you guys are judging on the ability to tell the story. No, the ability to stay on the topic, the story itself, and then the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
You have
That's a lot
played.
of things to remember.
There
All
is
right.
a lot to remember.
All right. I'll do my best.
But everybody,
I'm always scared
you
I'm
you
gonna
guys
mess
have all
up.
played. A couple of
I
the
don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
contestants
I want to
have
say
played.
that right out from
That's
the.
very kind of you.
I know.
Blanca Patch, she doesn't
She's
give a
really
damn.
worried about hurting
Very
everybody's
worried
feelings.
about hurting
Hold
people's
on, here.
feelings.
Here, let me get ready.
Blanca
Yeah.
Patch is taking off his pants. Hey, here's the other good news. There's also going to be an audience member playing tonight.
Yes,
and
I
that's
heard.
always a lot of fun, and we want to give them especially a lot of love because it's very difficult.
It's very difficult.
This is not easy.
No.
And we're going to start right away and bring on the very first contestant, and this person is going to tell a true 1-minute story. Give him a lot of love, you guys. This contestant, she starred, you can start the music right now if you don't mind. She starred on Broadway in Les Miserables and Fiddler on the Roof, and then she went on to work on the Disney Channel as a reoccurring guest star. She's also been seen on Veep and Shameless, and most impressively, she's a 2-time winner of Story Smash. Put your hands together for Rena Strober! All right, you guys, tell her what to do. Oh, man, that was weak. Tell her again. All right, you see, it just takes a minute to get used to it, you know.
This wheel's been brought to you by Glade Plugins. The smell of your house burning down while you're at work. Glade Plugins.
Vacation.
I knew I would never have another vacation when I decided to get pregnant. And it definitely started after 23 hours of labor, which was no vacation. And I really wanted to have this baby through my vagina because she went in my vagina and then I wanted her to come out in my vagina. And so after 23 hours of labor, the doctor says we have to have a C-section. I said, no, I'm going to push. I'm going to push her through my vagina. So I pushed and pushed and pushed. And then the doctor said, that's a bowel movement. And I said, no, look through, there's a baby there. And there wasn't. So I was rushed to the emergency room to have a C-section, and I was crying, and everyone was crying, and it was very tense. And so I wanted to lighten the mood. So they put your arms on either side of you like this, and then the C-section cloth, and I was told, my anesthesiologist, his name was Dr. Klein, and I thought, oh, I know what I'll do to lighten the mood. And I'm lying there, and I say, how do you know that Jesus had a big dick? And the operating room went silent, and nothing happened. And I said, because he was hung like this.
Oh, Rena Strober. With a very strong ending. Stay right here.
All right.
Blanca Patch.
I liked it. I like the image of looking for a baby and some poop, like you're panning for gold.
How's your dinner?
Yeah. How is your dinner here at the Improv? Give it up for the Improv. They clean the kitchen every December. You're here on a good month. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. It's great to see you again.
Oh, how very nice. Peter Melman.
I missed the part after vagina.
Nothing happened after that.
Yeah, well, you kind of stuck to the topic. Well, I don't know, vacation.
Okay, Kathy Ladman. Go ahead.
No, I thought that was very clever the way you mentioned vacation and then didn't mention it again. I thought that was very clever. I adopted, so I did not have a C-section on, at least that I know of. But I think that your story was very entertaining, and I loved your joke at the end. What presence of mind to be able to do that when you were giving birth to tell a joke.
Well, I had to lighten the mood.
You need to go to a 12-step meeting, but okay.
Rena Strober, let her hear it, you guys. Rena Strober! Yeah! What a way to kick off the show. She was amazing.
I gotta say, I think she was talking about vacation because she vacated her bowels.
Oh, there you go, Blaine.
Nice, good catch.
You're a helper.
All right, you guys, next contestant coming to the stage is a comedian and an actor, and you've seen him in the Martin Scorsese film Goodfellas. What?
What?
And he just worked with Denzel Washington in a film called The Little Things. He has an award-winning docu-comedy called Dodo and a film called Die Laughing. Please welcome the amazing Bob Golub. All right, you guys, tell him what to do. Oh, my God. Say it one more time. That's for the podcast. Did it go all the way around? Get all the way around. Come on, Bob. A little harder. Spin it again. Food.
All right, so I grew up in Pennsylvania, a place called Sharon, Pennsylvania, a very small area, and there was nothing much there. Behind our house was a steel mill, all kinds of steel mills, and there was nothing to do. You know, you'd go out to this place. Yeah, there was nothing to do at all, you know. But when these three girls moved in next door, the Vances from Florida, Sandy, blonde with freckles. Oh my God, right? I got to play spin the bottle with her. It was unbelievable. My hormones were jumping. I mean, blonde hair, everything, right? And when I kissed her the first time, she smelled like corn. And so every time we would have corn for supper, I'd get an erection. So I'm one of 8. There's 10 at the table, right? And my mother said, "What would you want?" Broccoli. No, not corn, because I would literally have an erection because I'd smell her breath with that corn. So to this day, I smell corn, I get an erection. And that's my food story.
Wow, okay. Bob Golub. He yields his time to the room. Kathy.
I thought that was a very interesting story, but I think every guy gets an erection when he smells corn. At least that's what they all tell me. So that's a bit of a cheat, but that was a good.
Never heard of that before.
I know. It's believe me. Just take my word. But it was a very interesting story. It was very titillating. Oh, and a little sound.
Peter Melman, can you back up that corn business?
You know, I'm just, happy that you, pantomimed the erection. So, so I, could figure out exactly what you meant. Interesting story. I never saw that coming from Pittsburgh, or wherever. Where in Pennsylvania?
Sharon, Pennsylvania, by Youngstown, Ohio, there.
Oh, right. Western Pennsylvania. I'm sorry.
All right, you liked it.
I'm okay with it.
Okay, he's all right with it. There you go. Blanca Patch.
When I was a teenager, I went out with a girl, and whenever we made out, her breath smelled like scallops. And that was weird to me, and it happened every time. And now whenever I have scallops, which is rarely, but when I have scallops, I go, oh, that girl I made out with when I was a teenager. So I was there with you there, Bob. It was real to me. It hit home.
I was 12 years old.
You're 12 years old. I was legal. Move in. Take the shot.
Okay, Bob Golub. Give him a round of applause, you guys. Bob Golub. That was a great job. All right, you guys, you got to yell that, spin that wheel a lot better. That's all I'm saying. I expect.
Let him hear you in the hallway with the bathrooms, you guys.
That's what I'm saying. All right, you guys. The next contestant coming to the stage. She's a comedian and she has a very successful vlog on YouTube called Manic Pixie Dream Vlog and Podcast. Please put your hands together for Caroline Georges. Here she comes, you guys. Tell her what to do.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay.
I got zoetropy there for a second.
Birthdays.
My hair.
Okay, are you all right?
I'm fine. No, I'm so excited, guys. Thank you so much for having me. Okay, anyways, birthdays. Let me tell you all about my sweet 16. So, I think I was born a bulimic. It was just, I was destined. You know what I mean? I was always meant for that life. And so anyway, I had to go to a therapeutic boarding school for when I was 15. And so I turned 16 in a therapeutic boarding school being treated for bulimia. I'll continue. So my sweet 16. There was this anorexic bitch named Gian Park. And everyone hated her. Nobody liked her. She was always bitching and complaining. I don't want to eat anything. I don't want to eat anything. I don't want to eat anything. You know, yada, yada, yada. And so anyway, so it was my sweet 16. And so she was, she was required to eat. And otherwise she would be punished. Because, that's not kind of psychotic. But she tossed my cake and screamed. And that was my sweet 16, guys. It's very upsetting.
Caroline Georges. Let her hear it. Caroline Georges. Okay, stay on the stage. Stay right with us. Peter Melman.
Hi.
So when they punish her for not eating, how do they punish her? By making her eat?
No, they would put... they would put her in a straitjacket, pretty much. You know what I mean? It was that kind of thing. So they were for real there. They were not fucking around.
So how recently did you get out?
Oh, years and years ago. But thanks.
Okay.
Kathy Loudman.
Boy, happy birthday. That sounds like some party.
It was memorable, for sure.
I'll say that really was. It was gritty what you told us about, and I hope you feel. Are you feeling better these days?
Oh yeah, for sure. I only do it every once in a while.
Oh, good.
For parties, that kind of thing.
It's always good to have that in your hip pocket.
Sure. It's just LA. It's just LA. It doesn't matter. Everyone here does it. You do it. Yeah.
Blaine Capatch.
Hey, listen, we've all been to Yoshinoya. We all know that we shouldn't leave it in our bodies too long. We know that we need to get it out of our bodies as soon as possible. There's nothing wrong with anything that's being talked about here this evening. I think you did great.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Caroline Georges, let her hear it. Nice job.
That's a lot of hair to hold.
That's a lot of hair to hold. All right, you guys, coming to the stage right now is our audience member. Our audience member is coming to the stage. So, Peter Melman, go ahead and draw a name out of that hat. And that person's coming to the stage to tell a true 1-minute story. Who's playing the game? Peter Melman.
It's Dan Frischman.
Dan Frischman. Come on up, Dan Frischman. All right, you guys,
Frisch!
this is not easy, you guys, so be very,
The
very
Frisch!
Tell them what to do.
Frisch!
That's a nice spin. Oh, wow, we landed on audience. This is so exciting.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to tell a story about an audience, although that would be clever.
I got one.
Go.
I got an audience story.
Hang on 1 second. Listen, you guys, this is when you guys get involved, and let me know what kind of stories you might want to hear, and then our expert judges will choose one of them to be the topic. What does this side of the room want to hear?
Football. Car accidents.
Football, car accidents?
Lawsuits.
Parents. What do you guys in the middle want to hear?
Audience.
First date? Heartbreak audience. Funny. Losing your virginity. What do you guys want to hear over here? Bar mitzvahs, cookies. Oh, hookups. Betrayal. Wow, that's exciting. A lot to choose from. Blaine, what do you think?
Hey, here's my question to you. What did you hear?
What did I hear?
What did you hear?
I'm in my head thinking of my story.
What would you like to talk about, depending on what you heard?
Oh, audience, because that's what I...
He wants to talk about audiences. All right, you guys, give him a big round of applause. Dan Frischman.
Thank you for giving me that shot. Okay, so I used to do stand-up comedy, believe it or not. And the very first gig I did, I just left Penn State and University. I was living in New Jersey, and I was asked to do stand-up at Montclair State College, and it was like a rock band was playing. And the leader of the rock band said, "Why don't you come do stand-up?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, my first stand-up gig. They're gonna pay me," and they said they could pay me $50 to get up there and do stand-up. And Steve Martin was just like famous at that time, had just become like on the scene. So I thought everyone loves stand-up. So as soon as I get up, everyone's gonna quiet down because I got there and there's just like people just milling about, just like for as far as you can see, it's just people milling about listening to the rock. And then the leader of the rock band goes, "Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a break now." And the crowd goes, "Boo!" I mean, just like a loud boo, just scream boo. And I said, "But if you just," this was my intro. My very first intro for my very first time. Is that it?
That was it. Yeah, the 1 minute story.
All right.
You're a little bit over.
Can I use my extra?
Well, we do want to know what happened, so just tell us.
Oh, okay. So the leader goes, "Okay, if you just shut up, we have a comedian, very funny. Shut up. Just shut up. Here he is. Dan. Shut up, Frischman." Anyway, that's pretty much.
That's a
and
great
I got up
ending.
there,
Dan Frischman.
and then the audience went boo. Anyway, that was okay. Thank you.
That was no. Stay right with me. Stay right here. Stay on the microphone.
Okay.
That was a great story, Blaine Capatch.
It took me back to when I opened for the Ramones at Hammerjacks in Baltimore. They did not want to hear it from me. I also saw Nirvana at the Oakland Coliseum in 1994 on New Year's Eve, and Bobcat opened for them. With the Butthole Surfers. And here's my impression of Bobcat opening for Nirvana on New Year's Eve. "Hey, anyway, son, you guys, come on. Oh, come on. I was just trying to... Oh, fuck you. Here's Nirvana." So, you've got balls of steel. Thank you for coming. Great story.
Yeah, great story. Kathy Ladman.
Dan, that was amazing. It really took me back to those days when I just didn't want to remember. But thank you for bringing it back. And by the way, you still have my pen from the other night. I just wanted to let you know.
You know one another.
Yes.
Oh, that's wow.
On my show on Christmas Eve. I did a Christmas Eve show at Vitello's.
Wow.
It's like George Conway and Kellyanne Conway. They pretend they're enemies, but they're friends at home.
Peter Melman, what'd you think?
I was thinking that, for spur of the moment out of the audience, that was a pretty good story.
Yeah.
I mean, your sense of timing, not quite there. That inner clock needs a little adjustment. But that's a pretty good story.
Yeah. All right, Dan Frischman, let him hear it. That was great. He'll be back to play the round 2, and that's a 2-minute story. So we're going to hear more from Dan Frischman.
He's going to have a gun with this one, Peter.
All right, you guys, this is the final storyteller for round 1. He'll be coming up to tell a true 1-minute story. This guy is originally from Houston, Texas, and he's the host and producer of the popular storytelling show Off My Head in Altadena, California. And he also performs his stories throughout Los Angeles and on the Unheard LA storytelling series. Please welcome Ty Fance. All right, you guys, tell him what to do. That was good. That was really good.
The spin brought to you by Dog Fudge, non-toxic fudge for dogs. Dog Fudge, not tested on animals.
Audience, all right. Audience, this is super exciting. Again, you guys, what are some of your storytelling suggestions? We'll start over here this time.
Oh, good.
Anything? Dating. Puppies. What else? Hospital. What? Awkward silence. That's good. First date. What? What else? What else you guys want to hear over here? Football. Dieting 1980s. That you got something there. What do you guys think?
Not football.
Yeah.
Not dieting.
It's
We've
just
already
my opinion.
covered like the
It's just my
bulimia
opinion.
thing.
That's right. I like that awkward silence suggestion.
Awkward silence. Let's do it. All right, one more time for Thai fans.
Awkward
Give them
silence.
a big round of applause. Come on, you guys. It's not easy.
All right. Well, interesting enough, I tried my hand at comedy back a while ago. And I went to a club that I thought I would fit in. It was a club in Los Angeles called I was going to say the Apollo, but that's not right. It's called, I can't remember the name. I'm going to go with Mavericks Flats. And so my man said, hey, man, go down here and do comedy. They'll love you because you're funny. I'm like, well, whatever. So I go in, and I don't even get to go up right away. I get up, go there like 1:30 in the freaking morning. And everybody's trying to leave. I'm doing my comedy, I think. Nobody's laughing. And I look over at the host, T.P. Hearns. Anybody? T.P. goes, man, get off the stage. You ain't funny. I'm like, dude, you're the host. You can't say that. What the hell's wrong with you? And I was thinking, up until that point, they gave me like 3 minutes. It was silent, but that was the first laugh I got when he said what he said.
Great story. Thai fans. Amazing. Amazing. He took that awkward story topic and made it a great story. Peter, what do you think?
Excellent story because it ended with such pathos. I mean, it's really sad. Your first laugh was because somebody else said something. That's
I can relate.
and that's real pathos, and I understand you getting out of the business.
Yeah, yes, I did.
Peter, do you remember your first laugh or like a big laugh?
Yes, my first laugh was. God, I hate going here, but my first big laugh was at my bar mitzvah. I went through my portion so fast that I heaved this giant sigh of relief right into the microphone, and the whole place just cracked up. And I was thinking, this comedy thing.
Feels good.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah. And it's so rare for a Jew to be in comedy, so it was a strange transition.
Kathy Ladman, what'd you think?
I thought it was great, and I thought it was real, and I also one of my first laughs was at my bat mitzvah, actually, when I was supposed to take a sip of wine, and I just threw my head back, and I drank the whole thing, and the whole congregation laughed, and I thought, this is good. This is really good. This is what it's about. So I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, but we have some parting gifts.
Please.
Blanket Patch.
First of all, I would love to see the Los Angeles Apollo. I would go there every fucking night. If there was an Apollo in Los Angeles, I would camp out to see the Apollo in Los Angeles. The very first laugh I got when I was 4 years old, we went to see Red Skelton with my parents in Long's Park in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I remember I couldn't see him very well, so I figured I would sit on the stage. And I walked up to the stage somehow and was sitting on the stage with my legs hanging off, Oscar Mayer Wiener style. And Red Skelton came over and he said something to me, and he looked at the audience and the crowd laughed, and then he said something to me and I said something, and the crowd laughed. And then he looked down and he gave me one of these, and he walked away, and then my mom came over and grabbed me. But all I could remember was, I'm funnier than this fucking guy. So thank you for taking me back to that testicle retracting time in my life when the hecklers got more laughs than I did.
Right?
Thai fans, let them hear it, you guys. Thai fans.
Good job, Ty.
It's a great story. It's a great story. All 5 names go back into the jar. We're going to call them out again randomly. And this time they come up double the fun. 2-minute story. It's getting really real now.
And loser gets worked over behind the improv with a threaded pipe. Hey, give yourselves a round of applause. You're doing great tonight.
Yeah,
what a fantastic audience. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for staying in Los Angeles over the holidays, you guys. We're here for the fucking parking, am I right? Yeah, lots of parking.
All right, you guys, come to the stage right now for a true 2-minute story is the one and only Rena Strober. Rena! She was first last time. All right, you guys, tell her what to do. Here she goes.
Fortune.
Hooking up.
To say I hooked up with Bill Clinton would maybe be a little more than happened, but I definitely hooked up with him with my heart and my voice. I used to sing at this restaurant in New York City called Rayo's, and it was, you can buy the sauce. And I would sing every week, and every week there'd be different people at Sonny Grasso's table. And one week, Bill Clinton was there, and I'm a Jewish girl from New York. I used to be a brunette, so I was in love with Bill Clinton. So every week I would stand up against the jukebox and I would sing, "Hey, Mr. Pellegrino, here I am," because I would sing to Frankie Pellegrino. And that night Bill Clinton was there, so I turned to him and I don't know why, but I said, "Hey, Mr. Clinton, here I am. I'll march my band out. I'll beat my drum." I don't know why I did that, but he was so sexy. And I finished, and then he came over to me, and he said, "You made my week." And I quickly ran outside and called my mom to tell her what was going on, and then I went back inside, and he said, "So where are you from? Where does your mom live?" And I was like, "Don't think about my mom. Think about me." It was one of the most magical times of my life. The night I got to sing sexy parade songs for Bill Clinton. Oh, I have 30 more seconds. The next week, when I thought it couldn't get any better, Billy Joel was at the table. And I knew that he was Italian and Jewish, so I ended up singing a Yiddish Godfather theme for him, and that went, "Red still, geliebte, halt mich nur wind leben dir, die Werte deiner wecken aufgefielen in mir." He was on his first date with his soon-to-be wife. They're not married anymore, so he wasn't as into me as Bill Clinton was, but those are my two Bills.
Wow, Rena Strober. Amazing story. Her voice, could you believe that? Wow. Just amazing. Blanket patch.
Is there a Mrs. Cacciatore down on Sullivan Street? Mm-hmm. First of all, Billy Joel is great. It's awesome that you flirted with him, and also that with our last great black president, Bill Clinton. I think that's fantastic. I met Monica Lewinsky, by the way. She was beautiful, but she was huge. She was huge. I hope she's not here tonight. I mean like
met her. I didn't met her. I didn't.
She was like 7'1".
No, that's
like
not
she's super tall. Like she's like Comey.
true.
I think you're thinking of someone else.
I must be. I'm thinking of Billy Barty.
Who is that?
Anyway, I just want to know who else was sitting at Sonny Barasco's table.
Sonny Grasso, he was the cop who broke the French Connection case, actually.
Okay.
And he would always have Edwin Torres, who wrote Carlito's Way, Regis Philbin.
Regis Philbin. Regis fucking Philbin.
Yeah, there would be different people every week, but there were some staples.
Oh, okay.
And me.
All right. How long did you work there, by the way?
I never worked there. I never worked there. I just was a guest, and I would sit at the table.
And you would just sing.
And they would just say, "Hey, Rena, you're on Broadway. Get up and sing." And so I would just sing.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't make any sense.
Kathy Ladman.
Wow, I love your voice, by the way. It's a great voice.
Amazing.
And Bill Clinton, boy, you were lucky. You skated by. You were lucky. Yes, don't look down at your dress. We all know. I also want to say that my brother-in-law is an endodontist, and he did 2 of Billy Joel's root canals. Really? I just want to say.
Right.
How Jewish am I, ladies and gentlemen? How Jewish am I?
Peter Melman.
You had me right away. I was a little disappointed that you actually hadn't physically hooked up with him because, I know at least 3 girls who have.
I tried.
You'll have to work harder on that.
There were so many
next time.
Secret Service there. I couldn't get close enough.
Yeah. Well, like, you should have dealt with them.
I know.
Because they probably would have hooked you up.
Yeah.
But
Next time.
yeah, good story, and thanks for the singing.
Thanks.
And it's funny with Billy Joel. I find myself like hearing him now and thinking, God, what dopey lyrics.
He's like Rush. It's like when you're young, it's like, yeah.
I know the
and then you
lyrics.
get old and you go, what?
I mean,
And then you get older and you go, okay. And then you get older than that and you go, what?
what this guy, he goes like 80 miles out of his way for a rhyme.
He
You
does.
know, like in Allentown, he goes, the promises our teachers gave if we behave. Now, nobody gives a promise. You make a promise. And yet he could have gotten away with made, but he said gave. All right.
He couldn't rhyme made.
It's really... It's
Now I
very-
hate
You know what?
I'm so glad you didn't hook up with him.
Yeah.
Because it's bad enough that he was married to these,
David Brinkley?
Christy Brinkley. You want to hear my great Christy Brinkley
Of
story?
course
by the
we
way?
want to hear your Christy Brinkley story.
I got to tell you this. You'll love this. In the 80s, I worked for Howard Cosell, the great sportscaster, the football guy, of course.
Hey.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was a real prick to the absolute dumbest sports fans. One of the guys in our office, had this poster from the center of Cosmo of Christy Brinkley in a bathing suit.
Yeah, the Navy cutout one.
Yeah.
Everybody had that.
And Howard Cosell walks in and looks, lowers his glasses, and goes, "She's a total fraud. She's got no tits at all."
Wow. Hashtag me too.
See, that was funny in 1984.
Yeah,
but
and now-
but now nothing's
Not funny.
You're
Not as
allowed-
funny.
I'll tell you a boob she does have. Billy Joel.
Rena Strober. Let her hear it. Rena Strober. That was amazing. A great way to kick off the second round. And the next storyteller coming to the stage is the one and only Bob Gullo. Bob. All right, you guys, tell him what to do.
I hope it.
Spin. Yeah, better. Bob, I think you were up second last time as well. It's repeating itself.
I hope it lands on Billy Joel.
Breakup. Breakup.
All right, so I was a big drug dealer when I was 19 years old, and I dated this girl named Noreen Chestnut. She was Polish. Her parents was Polish, and I was Polish. They loved me because at the time I was a star wrestler. I was a 4-year Letterman. They had me all over the papers. First 4-year Letterman ever in my high school. And, of course, I went to college for about a semester. Then I started selling drugs. And I sold a lot of drugs. And what happened was when I went to prison, well, I didn't know he was a narc. I had fucking no idea, He was a friend. So I loved, oh, by the way, I was Noreen, I hate to say break her cherry, I don't know if that's what I was the first guy she was ever with, so she was in love, I was in love with her, right? But when you're in prison, you think about all kinds of shit, like, oh, how much I loved her and how much because there's nothing else to do, I mean, it's just like you eat, you box, and then you go back to your cell, That's basically what it was. But I would have this vision, and this is the God's truth. I had this vision. Where am I at? Okay, I got enough time. So I had this vision that she would always want me. Now, understand, I'm from a small town. I was telling you, you would never think that you'd be in the entertainment business or anything. It was so far, and but I always wanted to be an actor, So I would have this vision that she would see me somewhere and she'd want me back, So I swear to God, right? So fast forward about 15 years, I'm working down in, I can't remember the club, it was in Houston. And I'm doing this stand-up show, and there she is, right there. And she's seeing me, and I like, oh my God, I was like, there she, I couldn't believe, because I knew she was moving. I didn't know she was moving.
Oh no! Oh no!
Fuck, I thought it was a 3-minute one.
This is the 2-minute, but we have to know what's going to happen. We have to know. Tell us.
Well, she ended up getting married, and she could not believe that she was there. And I told her this story. She cried and gave me a little kiss, and that was it. And that vision came true that I had in prison, that I would see her and she would want me. Fucking 2 minutes.
Bob Golub, let him hear it. That was a great story.
Oh, I thought I had fucking 3. I didn't know.
No, you did it. Stay right here. You had it. No, that was you did a great story. We learned a lot, beginning, middle, end. Definitely about breaking up. Kathy Ladman.
How's that anger management stuff going for you? My prison story is so different from yours, by the way. But yours is good. I like yours. Yeah, popped your cherry. I don't go for that. But that's okay. That's just my opinion. But it was a very interesting story, and I'm sorry that you were caught. And what did you study that semester in college, by the way?
Business. I was going to business and sales.
Business and sales, but what happened? Why did you?
Honest to God, I had a full scholarship, but I never got my basics down. So for me, it was like I had no idea what they were talking about.
Oh, okay.
So it was so hard for me. So I just found back home. My dad said, "I guess you want to be a roofer."
Oh, okay. But then you started selling drugs.
Yes.
Right.
And I did very well.
It's a good alternative. Okay, good. Well,
Peter Melman.
Wrestling is kind of a gateway sport to prison.
How do you know that?
I read a lot. I really like that story. In fact, I'd like to give you the 2 minutes next time so you could have finished that story. Just because,
I was doing 3. I fucked up.
There's nothing better than a God, look at me now story.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like the most gratifying thing in the world is like, look at me now. And prison.
Yeah.
You can't beat prison.
Win-win.
I mean, it's it's amazing though. It's like there's like every bit of political correctness in the world. You can't say anything anymore. But prison rape jokes, that's okay.
Yeah.
On an 8 p.m. sitcom on ABC, they can make prison rape jokes. They can't. I mean, it's unbelievable to me that that's allowed.
Because who's going to complain? The prisoners. They don't care. Nobody cares for the prisoners. Nobody cares for the prisoners.
Justice,
We're raising money tonight for the prisoners, by the way.
And the network sitcoms, they do that. The networks, they're like ABC's logo should just say, "We give up."
Yeah. Blanket patch.
I remember my first day in prison. I went up to the biggest, meanest guy in the yard, and I introduced myself. Said, "Hey, hi, I'm Blaine." And we've been friends ever since. I think it's just about attitude, really. Here's my question to you, Bob. What was your narc friend's name?
Daniel Pope. Actually, I sold pot. I was a big pot dealer. He asked me for some coke. I did him a favor. And I didn't think he was fucking going to bust me. It was a favor. I was a fucking big pot dealer, not a coke dealer.
How long were you in?
O-P-E, send.
2 years.
2 years.
For fucking selling pot. Can you believe that shit? Now I sell it legal.
Bob Golub, let him hear it. He'll be selling weed a little later in the parking lot.
There is seriously nothing worse than legal marijuana.
Yeah.
It is the fucking worst because the people in those stores are the fucking worst. They're the worst people on earth.
We moved backward with that one. It's true.
we really did.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, what do you have here with THC in it?
Yeah. Do you want an edible,
Dude,
a tincture?
Yeah.
Do you want to, what do you want, a flower, a bud? It's like, I just want to get stoned.
Dude, just buy some XJ13. I'm parked in front of a hydrant.
All right, you guys come to the stage right now for a true 2-minute story is Ty Fance. Ty. All right, you guys, tell him what to do. All right. Nice spin.
This wheel spin brought to you by 3 Guys Burgers. Fuck those other 2 guys. 5 Guys Burgers.
School days.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. You probably can't tell, but look at me. I was a teacher's pet kind of guy. Not very violent, not very alpha. More like a beta, maybe a beta plus. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. So here I am. We moved from Houston, Texas to Compton, California. Why? Because my mom said, hey, yo, Houston's getting crazy. We need to move somewhere safe. Somewhere more prosperous. So I moved to Compton, California, where I was picked on every day by the local homeboys and bullies. Yo, man, you from Houston, man. You sound funny. Say me or her. Man, I ain't saying no me or her. Leave me alone, boy. See, I told you he's a country boy. You know, them dudes picked on me so much, I was forced to defend myself by taking a boxing class. Apparently, I was pretty good at it. Because them little dudes would never fight me in gloves. Now, don't get me wrong. They would do street fighting. I couldn't deal with that because, fist, punching, kicking, biting, that's not the deal. But in a pair of gloves, I'd whoop that ass. 3 minutes on 3 minutes and a minute break, man, them boys is like, whoo! And I can't do my punching up in here because it's kind of tight. But let's just say, too much confidence in a young man's mind is dangerous because I told my coach, I'm like, I'm tired of fighting these little punks here. Take me to the real gym. And they took me to a gym in L.A. called Hoover 78, where I fought this little dude in some pink gloves, right? And I remember thinking, forget all those other cats in here with all these muscles. Give me that little dude. And, man, I got in the ring with him, and I'm punching him. I'm bopping his head back and forth. Next thing I know, he just opened up on me. Just punches all over the place. It was like fighting a Tasmanian devil. It's like one of them fight clouds. You know what I'm talking about? Like the arms and legs stick out. And every time I tried to leave, he would reach out one of them.
Whoa, that was a serious smash. Somebody found the glass button.
I got scared. That was scary.
It was scary.
That was like...
I know.
I felt like I might have been cut.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm good.
Can you finish that story real quick?
Well, every time I try to leave, he'd reach out and grab me one of them gloves, man, and just pump. And everything slowed down. And all of a sudden, I really don't know what happened after that. But when I woke up, my headgear had turned around, and I was looking through one of the ear holes. So I learned my lesson. Too much confidence. Man.
All right. Ty fans. Nice job. Nice job. Peter Melman.
Excellent story. Only marginally school days, but leave that. We'll let you go on that. I'm kind of fascinated by Compton. Believe it or not, that's the first place I ever went to in L.A. when I was working at ABC Sports. I came out here and we did an interview with someone who is in Compton. And so I'm always fascinated by these stories. But, God, coming from Houston to Compton.
It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that. But you're never going back to Houston, right?
No.
No way.
Because if you said yes, that would have been a demerit.
Blank a batch.
Well, the first rule of Fight Cloud. Don't talk about Fight Cloud. I think we've already broken that rule. It's okay. I remember I used to go out to a gym, Crunch, for my intensive training. And I remember there was this guy, I think his name was John Travalto or something. I can't remember what it was, but he was always coming over and helping me with my inseam, making sure that my tent was, my penis was clean. I think he was on, I want to say he was on Welcome Back, Kotter. Was he on Welcome Back, Kotter? Did you ever work on any of those James Womack shows?
No.
Oh, you never did? Okay.
That was way before.
Okay, cool. I must be thinking about somebody else. Anyway, great story.
Ty fans. Let them hear it, you guys. Ty fans. What else, Kath?
Oh, Ty's leaving already. I thought it was great, but I was wondering, Ty, do you still box? Do you still box?
I don't box professionally or amateurishly, for that matter, but I do have a gym in my garage.
And what do you do with the gym?
I work there. I have a bag. I punch out. I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I basically keep a basic abilities available.
I'd like to see you and Bob fight right now. How about that?
Fine.
Ty fans, let him hear you guys.
You know it's weird. John Travolta also has a gym in his garage.
All right, you guys, coming to the stage right now is our audience member, Dan Frischman. Come on up, Dan. Tell
Get up
him
here,
what to do,
Dan.
you guys. Oh, very nice. I like how you still have your cell phone in your pocket. Protected. Drunk tank.
First day of college at Penn State University, they had a dorm. I was in a dorm. They had a dorm party, and I think the RA was serving drinks in one of the rooms, and it was tequila sunrises. And I'd never gotten drunk before. I had just like sips of things, but I'm like, okay, I'm in college, and I'm gonna get drunk. And I had like 2 glasses of the tequila sunrises, and I was stone drunk. And then, it was great. It was so much fun. And everything was spinning around, and anything I said was the funniest thing ever. I thought, I was certain. And then everybody was going down to the Student Union Hall, Finley Hall, to watch Woody Allen's Everything You Want to Know About Sex. And it was just projected up on a big screen. And I was like, and I had to lie, everybody was already packed, so I had to lie down in front of it. I'm like staring up at this, and I got sick to my stomach really fast. I told the guy next to me, I have to go to the bathroom. And he said, take this guy, somebody told someone else, take this guy to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom, and I was like, just, my head was like spinning, and I went and I threw up in the sink. I mean, just like violent, blah, into the sink. And the guy goes, why are you throwing up in the sink? And it just at that moment, I realized that I was throwing up. He said, why'd you throw up in the toilet? I said, I am throwing up in the toilet. And then I realized it was the sink. And then the next day I went back to the student union because I was feeling okay the next day, and to have lunch. And there's a guy behind the snack counter, and I'm talking to him, just having a normal, and he goes, oh man, I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Some asshole threw up in the sink last night, and I gotta go clean it up. And I went, oh man, that sucks. That's it. Okay, that's my story.
Dan Frischman. Excellent story. Wow. Beginning, middle, end. Peter Melman.
You said that there was a movie projected onto a big screen. I just wanted to clarify.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought that was like the really unusual part of the story. You know, I've never been much of a drinker, so I don't love drunk stories, so I'm not a good person to judge this one.
Yeah. But you liked it.
I liked it, but I don't know.
Okay.
It always gets me a little,
queasy.
Story, yeah.
More
Like
into
drinking.
the Molly tales, huh?
Yeah.
Kathy Ladman.
I actually also had a question about the projected onto the big screen. I wanted to know why they didn't use a sheet. Why
It was a sheet. It was a big sheet.
It was a sheet, so that's
Yeah.
why you made it. Okay, but you the way you said it was like they projected it onto a big screen, like it was something
It was just a big
unusual.
It was a big hanging.
It was a big hanging sheet.
Good movie.
It's a very funny movie. I wanted to know if you felt bad that you lied to that guy at the end.
I actually thought at that moment when he said that, I got to go clean up this asshole's, and I thought, okay, I got to rise to the occasion and go tell him I did it and go clean it up. And I thought he called me an asshole. So then, I just went, oh no, I didn't want to go clean it up. It was going to be disgusting.
So you were okay with that?
Yeah, I was absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Power to you.
All right. Blaine Capatch.
I guess it's cool to go shit in the urinal, you guys. Let's all go shit in the urinal. Hey, when you were watching that movie, was there anything Woody Allen told you? Was there anything about sex that you ever wanted to ask that Woody Allen might have told you about that night?
There are a lot of sperms. As you played a sperm, as I recall.
All right.
And you have to ask for directions and know where you're going. That's all. That's all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, when you were at Penn State, was Sandusky there?
I don't know. I went to one half of one football game, and that's the kind of I was not like.
Yeah, which half? Anyway, that was an awesome story. Thanks.
Dan Frischman, let him hear it. Dan Frischman. He's doing a great job.
Yeah,
for
give it
the
up for
audience
Dan.
member.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a fun show, you guys. Give it up for yourselves.
Yeah, give it up for yourselves.
What a fantastic night we're having here tonight.
All right,
By the way,
guys.
if you parked within 5 blocks of this place, your car is gone. That's the way it works here on Melrose, near Crescent Heights. Make some noise. Crescent Heights.
The final contestant coming up right now to tell a true 2-minute story is the one and only Caroline Georges. Let her hear it. All right. Not too hard. Tell her what to do, guys. Gently. Okay, I'm all for it. No, wait.
Oh, that was Republican.
Vacation.
Vacation.
I don't go on vacations. I'm poor. Okay, when I was 15, right? I got to go on a vacation. I was friends with this rich bitch, and so I don't know if you can tell I'm a little white trash, but anyways, I was friends with this rich bitch, and so every year her family went on a Christmas trip to Las Vegas. And that year, she got to bring a friend. She chose me. And so I got to go on an all-expenses-paid trip to Las Vegas at the age of 15. And but the thing is, if you go to Las Vegas and you're 15, there's nothing to do. Like, you have to be 21 in Las Vegas to have a good time. So we got bored sitting in this hotel room, nothing to do. So we went on MySpace. You guys remember MySpace? Whatever happened to MySpace? MySpace. Where did you go? But anyway, so we were on MySpace. We met a guy. He was really cute. He was 26. He was an actor, and he knew we were 15. Yeah. So we convinced this guy to come and, meet us at this hotel, and I don't know. And so he came to meet us at this hotel, and but he couldn't find any place to park. He I guess, because you can't find any place to park at casino hotels, right? Right? And so he couldn't find a place to park. So what were we going to do? And so he says, girls, why don't you come with me and we'll go to Chili's? Okay, all right. Let me. Chili's, if you're a white trash, it's like the Plaza. Okay? I was going to fucking Chili's. So I got in this car with this stranger, you know what I mean, and with my best friend at the time, and went with this stranger off into the night in Las Vegas. And
Caroline, we need to hear this. The
end. Statutory rape. The end.
Caroline Georges, let her hear it. Caroline Georges, wow. Stay right with us. All right, Kathy Ladman.
Well, you talked about some rich fish. What is the
rich bitch?
Oh,
sorry,
rich bitch. Oh, okay. Sorry, you kept saying rich
B-I-T-C-H.
fish, and I didn't understand what this fish was. Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. It might be the beer. Are you drinking a beer?
No.
Bitch equals fish when you're drinking beer. I get it.
Yes, okay, sorry.
Well, that was a very scary story, actually. It was scary, and I'm sorry.
It was years ago. I'm totally fine.
Okay, I'm glad. How's that bulimia going, by the way?
Oh, you
okay?
Christina and I talk. I'm fine.
Okay,
I have a good support system.
Okay, I'm very concerned.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was a great story, and
Thank
it
you.
was very scary and very real and very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peter Melman.
Stay off of MySpace, guys. Especially you.
Peter.
Story started with an excellent joke.
Yeah.
Gotta love that excellent joke.
Right out of the gate.
Never saw where any of it was going. It was so I really liked the story, and I was going to ask about the bulimia too. I think it was good that it got cut off before you got the statutory rape part.
Oh yeah,
So
probably.
it was really a good part.
Very
and,
kismet.
And very colorfully told. And by the way, when I first moved out here, I went to a party and I said to somebody, I said, believe me. And she goes, bulimia? Me too. I swear to God. It's true story.
So LA. Wow.
I know.
Blaine Capatch.
Did you have the bulimia at Chili's?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because it would be great there. It would be perfect for Chili's.
Yeah, exactly. That was probably part of it, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you have gone if he was going to a Chili's too?
Oh. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'll have to think about that.
Okay.
Okay.
There's one at the airport.
I'll
We
get
should all
back to
fucking go to the
you.
airport. Let's all go to the airport after the show. Go to the Chili's too at the LAX.
Caroline Georges.
Thank
Let her hear you guys.
Who's there?
Caroline Georges. That was a
Great story, Caroline.
Another amazing story, you guys. I'm
By
telling
the way,
you what.
I don't believe you have to be 21. I've fucked plenty of 15-year-olds in Vegas.
Oh, my God.
What? Come on. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
running for Senate. Fuck you people. Yeah, pull your phone out and record me saying I've had sex with 15-year-olds. Do it. I've had sex with 15-year-olds.
All their phones
I was
are
14
in their
when it happened.
Their phones are in their pouches.
Oh, what are they, fucking from Australia? Jesus Christ, these goddamn marsupials coming over here.
All right, check it out, you guys. Now, these three have the very difficult task of choosing two storytellers to go on to the final round and tell a true 3-minute story. You can lower the music. Thanks, Rocky. So take two of these names, put them in this bin. We're going to give you 1 minute on the clock. You got 1 minute to do that. And in the meantime, give it up for Rocky in the back on the sound. Yeah! Jim Coughlin right down here. He's running the clock. Julie's at the bar. Thank you, Julie. And Lindsay at the box office. You know, this whole thing, you guys, it takes a team. It takes a lot of people. So big applause for everybody helping me out tonight. Thank you so much. Check this out. Lindsay will sell you a ticket right now today for the very next show on January 25th. It's another Saturday night. And then the very next month, we're back here on, are you ready for this? Saturday, February 29th. What? It's a leap year. It's Story Smash, and you can get tickets right now from Lindsay at the box office. Also, this show will be podcast on the Storyworthy podcast in just a few weeks. So go ahead and rate, review, and subscribe to Storyworthy. Come on, people. It's Christmas.
Well, not really.
All right, you guys.
It is. It's Kwanzaa, you guys.
Two names are in the hat.
Kwanzaa for the rest of us.
Was this hard to whittle down, Peter, or was it easy for you to whittle down to two?
It was hard to whittle down. They were all good. I mean, like the audience guy was kind of like made it really difficult because he was very good.
Yeah.
But you know, we wanted to make this one. We kind of like wanted to make this one unexpected and
Memorable.
Well, I'm super excited, Andy.
Please welcome Tony Randall.
That is odd. Okay.
The first storyteller coming up to the stage right now for a true 3-minute story is the one and only Caroline Georges. Caroline Georges. Here she comes, you guys. Tell her what to do. And there she goes.
Y'all, I fucking hate polls.
All right, there you go.
Done with them. Okay.
You've spun a wheel with a beer before.
Okay.
Hooking up.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so I was a stripper, right? Surprise! Anyways, I was a stripper. And so, anyways, people debate. I think this was a date. I'm calling it a date. Okay, so basically there's this move that you pull when you're a stripper. If you really need money, you just tell the guy, hey, I'll fuck you if you go to the back with me. And then you just take them back to, get their money. And it's like, well, what are you going to do, fucker? Ha! That's what you do, right? And so, it is what it is, And so, anyways, this guy comes in and he's hot, really sexy, right? And so I'm trying to get him to do a dance, a fucking dance, He's like, no, I'm too good looking to spend money. And then I'm like, okay, well, how about I take you back to the VIP and I'll fuck you? And then we go back to the VIP, and then so we're back there, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna fuck you back here. Not gonna happen. And so he's just like, what are you I said you would fuck me if I took you back to the VIP. And so it's a day, right? And Sounds like a date to me. Anyways, so the evening goes on, and oh my God, one of my best friends is like right there, and she's just like, "What are you doing?" Okay. Anyways, so I'm like, so this guy is like really bossy and he's really handsy and stuff like that, and I like it. And so and so I. And so anyway, so he asked me, okay, well, why don't we get a hotel room together? And I'm like, okay. I know, I've never done this before. I've never done it again. And then anyways, so he's like, cool. And so meet me at the Taco Bell. And I'm like, you got it, dude. And then so I go and I meet him at the Taco Bell, and he's like, and then he says this, and he's like, I'm so glad we're doing this. This is my last night in LA. I was born and raised here, and I'm moving to San Francisco to start my new job in Silicon Valley. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, let's do this. And so anyways, and so we go back to the hotel room, and we don't have a condom. So we're like, oh, holy shit, what are we going to do? And he's just like, well, why don't we just do it anyway? And I'm like, oh, holy shit, dude. Like, I love strippers. Strippers are my people. But it's like any man who would fuck a stripper that he just met, who would fuck him in the back of a VIP without a condom. I'm sorry. Like, whoa. Whoa, dude. How are you getting a job in Silicon Valley when you're that fucking dumb? My fucking God. How much time do I have left? Right there. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to leave you early. I'm really sorry about that. Okay.
Caroline Georges, right here. Caroline Georges, great job. Stay right here. Stay right here. Blaine Capatch.
I can't believe you fucked Elon Musk at the Taco Bell. That's amazing. Man, you never know. Great celebrity stories here. Actually, I was going to do a joke about VIP. Actually, it's PIV, penis and vagina, not vagina and penis. But then I decided to do the one I did before. Anyway, great story. That was awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
Kathy Ladman.
Yes.
It was a great story, and it was sort of very James Joycey and very stream of conscious, the way you told it. And
yes.
Also very relatable. Very relatable. Very relatable.
I felt like I was right there in the clown room.
I really.
Well, Ulysses is a relatable story as well, so I guess in that sort of sense. So,
what is a relatable story as well?
Isn't James Joyce Ulysses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No, Ulysses.
Peter Melman, give me something.
Oh, I did something.
I'll take care of it.
Oh, no, you fucked up our time machine. Now we can't kill baby Hitler.
Oh, no.
Anyway, great story. You know, that's why we chose you, because we had no idea where you'd go.
Oh, yes.
And it was like sent down from God that you would get hooking up. You know, like if I were.
It's actually a shame I didn't get drunk tank, guys. It's actually a real shame I didn't get drunk tank.
She fucked a bunch of dudes in a tank once.
Let you tell that story anyway.
Yeah.
And you know what I really liked
Okay.
about your story when you said you'd never done that before and you never did it again. You know, it gave it.
I'm a smart girl. I'm not,
No, I mean,
Okay.
and then it gave it such kind of like a wholesome moral.
Yeah.
You know, like you really made the story kind of a morality tale. And, just to transition from, fuck me in the back to the moral of the story in 3 minutes. It's like stunning storytelling.
Well, I'm not stripping anymore, but I just want to pass on my knowledge to any young lady who might want to start stripping.
You're a giver.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like the Baz Luhrmann of stripping.
Yes.
That's
Sure.
for you, sir.
All right, you guys good?
I'm the director of Moulin Rouge of stripping.
Oh no, that would be fucked
Yeah,
up.
she knows every reference.
That's
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's right.
All right, you guys, let her hear it. Caroline Georges. Amazing. Just a great job. You know what I forgot to mention is what the winner on the show gets tonight, and they are MIA. Where are they anyway? Okay, they're over there. The winner of tonight's show, you guys, gets my homemade chocolate chip cookies. And that ain't nothing. Are they over there?
Hope you like eye darts.
All right, we're gonna find them in just a minute. What did you say?
I was making a joke about your cookies being full of drugs.
Ladies and gentlemen, you drug your
They're not. They're
friends one
delicious. They're
time.
great.
I did it
Great
one
cookies.
time, and I'll never live it down.
No. They were
Coming on
great.
stage
though.
right now, you guys, for a true 3-minute story. It's the final storytelling contestant of the night, and this person's name is Bob Golub. All right. Here he comes, you guys. Tell him what to do. All right.
This wheel spin brought to you by Dumb Hat. Want to look like an asshole? Try it. Dumb Hat. Dumb Hat from the makers of those fucking pants.
School days.
So I was a 4-year letterman, I was telling you, in wrestling in high school. But I could never get a date. Think about that. I was a star wrestler, but I wrestled 88 pounds. So I was cute. I fucking hated that. I was cute. But the first time I ever had sex, I got gonorrhea. I swear to God. I'm not going to tell you her name either. But I was a senior in high school, star wrestler, right? And I get lucky. And so the next day, I go to tell my friend, I said, Jimmy, you're not going to believe this, man. I got lucky with Gail last night. And, he says, oh, I hope you wore a condom. I said, why? He goes, well, I got VD off her. I said, well, what do I do? He said, well, don't worry about it. There's a 3D clinic right by the hospital. Go there, get a shot, you'll be okay. But I'd fucking go anyways, just in case. Because I didn't know if I had it. I didn't know. But all of a sudden, I talked to Fat Rat, who was a local guy around the neighborhood. He said, no. Fat Rat said, hey, VD fucking killed Al Capone. It's fucked up. You could die. You could go blind. And so all I thought, I can't tell anyone. I'm so embarrassed, right? I can't tell my dad, no one, that I got freaking VD, So what happened was I finally get the nerve to go to get this shot. And I would walk by, and I'd chicken out, I finally get the shot, right? And I said, who am I going to tell? I got to tell someone. So I tell my dad, right? And he said, what's she look like? I said, well, she was good looking. Yeah, I mean, what does that matter? He goes, oh, well, don't say anything. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. So the next day, I come down the stairs, and I told you I'm one of 8 kids. And I come down, my whole family's going, I got a gonorrhea, I could not take a pee. Yeah, thanks, Dad. I appreciate that, you fuck. That was my father. So what happened was I got it cleaned up, and I took her out again. No, but I had the shot. I was good. And I don't want to go over this fucking thing. Make sure I don't go over here. Anyways, but that's a true story, right? Think about that, right? You're a senior, and I hit this shit. I mean, I shouldn't get mad if I say hit it. I had sex with this woman. And I got to tell you real quick before I would have a dream that I would be peeing, and everything went dark, and the water would start boiling, and smoke would come out of it. That's what I thought. Fucking Fat Rat told me this shit, And that's what happened. That's a true story. That's my story.
Bob Golub. Let him hear it. Bob Golub. Amazing story. Did she smell like corn?
No, that's a true story, man.
Blank a patch.
Why wouldn't it be a true story? What am I here fucking making it up?
Fucking Fat Rat. Come on, you guys. We all know Fat Rat.
He owes me $10.
His name was Paul Downs, by the way. His name was Fat Rat.
Oh, What was his real name?
Paul Downs. My nephew's here from Pennsylvania, from my hometown. He knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Oh, well, then let's get him on.
give it up for his nephew, Paul Downs, everybody.
No, his name was Fat Rat.
I
He died
thought
of a
that
heart
was.
attack from crack. But go ahead.
Of course he did.
I thought that was a great story because I also got diarrhea the first time I had sex.
No, I got
So,
VD.
oh, I thought you said diarrhea.
VD.
Gonorrhea.
Oh.
Gonorrhea.
Oh, I know. Oh.
Kathy
Did you hear me say
Ladman.
VD?
I'd like to thank you, Bob, for that lovely holiday story, by the way. I think it's really, it's very interesting. In Yiddish, you call it beshared. It means it was meant to be. That the two of you really shared some themes. You and Caroline really shared some things like fat rat bulimia.
Right.
And also, neither of you had a condom, which I thought was really interesting in your stories. So,
Back then, people didn't wear condoms.
well,
They were made out of wool, and if you got tetanus, you would thank God for it.
well, back then some people did because not everyone got gonorrhea the first time they had sex.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was still a very interesting story and a lovely little tale. Tail,
Peter-
get it? Tail, okay.
Peter Melman.
Between you and Caroline, it's like amazing that the two of you got and wound up in Los Angeles.
Well, we're dating.
You should be. You absolutely should be.
Now, believe me, if I hit that shit, she'd be in my guest house.
What?
Believe me,
Wait,
that's
she would
true.
be in your guest house?
Because that's how good I am. It's a fucking joke. Just go ahead. Like if I hit that, she'd be in my guest house. But yeah, just give her a poll. She'll be fucking happy.
He was in a Scorsese movie. He could say these things.
I'm sorry, sir.
You were in a Scorsese movie. You
Yeah,
could say
right,
these things.
And Denzel Washington. I got fucking credits.
Yeah.
Not a lot of credits, but you know.
Anger management, I'm just saying.
Anything else, Peter?
No. Good story.
All right, Bob Golub. Let him hear it, you guys. Bob Golub. Wow. What an amazing story. All right, you guys. You guys have the very difficult decision now of choosing one winner who's going to get all the cookies tonight. And you have 1 minute to do that, so go ahead and set the clock for 1 minute. You guys make your decision. And I have to say, amazing storytellers tonight. Give it up, you guys, for Dan Frischman, our audience member. Unbelievable. Rena Strober, she sang for you. Ty Fance, he was amazing. And also Caroline Georges, of course, and Bob Golub. Thank them all. Amazing. One more time on behalf of Lindsay at the box office. Lindsay's out there. Say hello on your way out. She works hard. And by the way, she'll sell you a ticket for either January 25th or February 29th. Big round of applause for Rocky in the back. Rocky, thanks for nailing the music. Thanks, man. Julie, right over here to my left at the bar. Tip her well. Thank you. Jim Coughlin, right down here. Thank him very much. We appreciate it. Abby, can you hand me that? Oh, there's a bag over it. I'll find it. Don't worry about it. There's more cookies. That's my point. Anyway, you guys, whoever wins tonight, they come back and they'll be on the show January 25th. You guys can also hear this episode if you want to share it with your friends on the Storyworthy podcast. Follow me at Storyworthy. And may I add, you should go over to Instagram and follow Story Smash because that's where all the action shots are of the show, of the game. So please head over to Story Smash. Follow me there.
A lot of me shirtless. You'll love it.
A lot of Blaine.
If you like looking at the bottom of a crab, check it out.
Kathy Ladman, how difficult was this decision? How difficult was this?
This was a very difficult decision because they were both so colorful
Yeah.
and so unique that we really had a hard time deciding. We really did. Yeah.
The whole show, everybody on the show was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
They were a lot of fun. This was a great episode. Absolutely.
Great vibe here tonight. Thank you for coming out, by the way.
Yeah, thank you for coming out. Peter, anything else
No.
to share? All right, Kathy Ladman, tell us who's the winner of Story Smash, December 2019.
The winner of Story Smash, the last Story Smash in 2019. That's right.
That's it.
The
Of the
last
decade.
one
Of the decade.
is Caroline George.
Caroline Georges! Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Big round of applause for Peter Melman, Kathy Ladman, Blaine Capatch. My name is Christine Blackburn. Good night. Music. Thank you.
Your favorite band's about to play a sold-out show, and you definitely got tickets. And drinks. Now hurry and make it back to your spot. Past this person and that person, about 20 more. Ooh, watch out for feet.
Hey,
Just keep going. A little further. Oh, there's your friend.
over here.
Right where you want to be. Close enough to see the set list. And they're definitely playing your song. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
Dad's Mr. Popular at the JCPenney Father's Day sale. From teas and tech to fragrance and fitness, find cool gifts for every kind of dad. Surprise him with an iTouch Active smartwatch, now $29.99. Score major savings with doorbusters like St. John's Bay Polos, just $7.99, and shorts, $16.99. Plus, shop extended store hours Friday and Saturday. Shopping is back. JCPenney. Offers valid on select styles through 6/19. Some exclusions apply. Doorbusters and smartwatch excluded from coupons. See store or jcp.com for details.